Good morning, everybody. This is KathyL.Murphy, the Pulpwood Queen, reporting from Holly Lake Ranch Boarding Center in East Texas. It's starting to sleet and ice here, you guys. So we don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to get through today. Today, I've got one of my best friends in the whole wide world. I consider my angel. Stephanie Chance started her business, Decorate Ornate, at the same time I started the Pulpwood Queens. She's an author. I first met her when I brought her in to speak to the Rotary Club, of which I was going in as president. I've been on 3 of her Decorate Ornate trips to Italy and Greece, and I have to say they're the most fabulous vacations I've ever taken in my life. And as soon as I get through graduate school, I want to go back. Stephanie owns Decorate Ornate. It's a store of European finds in Gladewater, Texas. She's traveled the world and filled this building with the most incredible things. You'll have to go to her website. But Stephanie has written many books. Her decorating book is one of my favorites. I actually walked into a store, a gallery store in, I think, was it in St. Assisi that his,
Assisi.
yeah. And the book was open, and there's a picture of me in the book with open and saying, the Pulpwood Queen is here when I walked into the store in Italy. I have never seen anything like it. Stephanie is the kindest, most generous person in the world. When I was a student, she invited me to bring in my art to put into her store. And my very first piece sold my senior year through her gallery for $1,000. It was a bust I'd worked on. And my art's been there ever since. And I can't not thank you enough, Stephanie. You're not only an amazing businesswoman, a world traveler, you're the official tour guide for the Pulpwood Queens. So I want you to tell everybody your story. She's in her beautiful home. And I want you to tell about your books and then our Pulpwood adventures. So your tours. So I'm going to put it on speaker view and I'm going to let you talk. Here we go. Yay! Go.
Here. Hello. Hi. It's such a privilege to be here with everyone and to be with Kathy. And Kathy, a huge thank you for being our cheerleader and getting our books out there and connecting everybody. The first Pulpwood Queen girlfriend weekend I went to, it was just magnificent. It was like being at Disney World with authors, and it's just Kathy orchestrating the whole thing from Friday night to Sunday is just mind blowing. But it's just, I'm like, I don't know how you do this. But it was on this last trip. Well, it was a few trips back. I'm back and forth to Italy all the time. But I was in a gondola in Venezia, Venice, and someone took a photo of me in the gondola and it went on Facebook and Kathy saw it. And when I got back, or she posted this picture that she painted a portrait of me in, and it's a bust, and I was in the gondola, and it was all over Facebook. And someone on my tour said, Stephanie, there's somebody, KathyL.Murphy, and there's a picture that looks just like you. And anyway, it was so funny because it went all over my bus, and all the shops in Italy where we're at, they're like, oh my gosh, look. And it was beautiful, and it's displayed behind my counter at the store. Kathy put it in this gorgeous frame. And I said, do you mind if I take it out so I can put it behind my counter so everybody can see it? But Kathy is so talented, and I'm excited. She don't promote herself enough about designing your book covers. If you want a fabulous, one-of-a-kind book cover, let Kathy do it because her work is beautiful. And it is proudly displayed in the adjacent building where the art and the beautiful castle doors I shipped back from Italy out there. But anyway, that's just a shout out to Kathy, and I appreciate everything you do. And you're the biggest cheerleader. Like Adriana said, we wouldn't be known if it wasn't for your connections and your endless working. I know how hard Kathy works. She goes to school. She works early in the morning. It gets up 4:30. She's doing her author stuff, connecting authors, answering 1,000 questions. in between breaks, connecting authors and doing so much work. And I don't think they don't have any idea or realize the work you do, but I do
Love
because
it.
I've
I
seen
love
it
it.
for so many years. But it's a privilege to be here. And I left the career of doing law for 20 years, and I bought a building in the antique capital of East Texas called Gladewater as going to be a hobby, just to import things from Italy and sell. And I fell in love with it. The next thing I know, people were wanting me to take them to Italy, so we got a bus, and it's in Napoli, Italy. And I take 2 and 3 groups, fun groups, 2 or 3 times a year. And this is my 24th year. And the only year we did not get to go was that 1 year of COVID. But it's my passion. I love taking people. I love taking them to the places that you don't ordinarily see on a tour. And then as the beginning, the Americans get into the most unbelievable situations, things that just you cannot believe. And people said, Stephanie, you've got to write this. You've got to write it. And of course, you know, the Italians are like, Mamma Mia, you know, Stefania, Tony's favorite thing is Mamma Mia. Where do you find these people? Where do you find these people? But the first book that I wrote was called Mamma Mia, Americans Invade Italy. And it's all funny, true stories. The next one, I did a coffee table book that Kathy was talking about. And then the third one is called Mamma Mia, Sinners, Saints, and Escapades. And Kathy's in here. I think she's in, well, the last 4 chapters and then a chapter in between in the middle, but it's really funny. And it's with her dear friend Margie Dilday. All of
Yep.
you that have been going to the Pulpwood Queen girlfriend weekends, you have met Margie. She is what I call Southern charm, just a sweetheart. And that's one of Kathy's dear friends. But she's in here. And if you want to read how hilarious and fun, if you've never traveled with Kathy, you are missing it, because every day, every morning after breakfast, people cannot wait to see what Kathy is wearing, how she has her hair styled. And we took friends from Houston, member Christy Borden and Danny Boy, and
Mhm.
Kathy was trying to demonstrate the scarves that, you know, that we buy throughout Italy, and especially in southern Italy, and showing them how to do it. So she got on the bus while we're zigzagging through Italy. She gets Danny up, and, you know, he's kind of quiet. And she said, I need you to be my model. And so she uses him to demonstrate how to do her legendary scarves on her head. So anyway, but it was so interesting hearing about in Tibet, the monks and stuff. One of the chapters in my book is we take Americans to Greece, but we drive all the way. We start in southern Italy and we go over to Bari, Italy, which is where Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, is buried in a beautiful basilica. And we drive our coach underneath the ship and go up the escalator, and we have a room, and then we sleep, and then we wake up that morning and we go down the escalator and get on our bus and we drive into Greece. And there is when we keep our bus with us, and we can go to the Matoria Mountains. Kathy, did you go to the Matoria Mountains with me?
I went on that huge ship, and listen, where you pull onto the into the ship, it's the size of 4 football fields. The
Huge.
vehicles that they bring, and you just literally drive in it. You sleep, get up the next morning, get back on the bus, and drive off, and you're in Greece. And
Yep.
Greece was a big surprise for me because we went island hopping,
Yep.
and we lost one of our people because she was so busy trying on shoes. And you just can't believe the things that happen, including going to the Mamma Mia church, from the movie where Meryl Streep, did that. You can tell about that. So
Yeah, I've done 5 weddings at the Mamma Mia Chapel, and it's difficult to get there because it's a little island called Scopolis, and the only way to get there is you have to go, like Kathy said, island hop, because you go through the water, you know, the water on a boat, And then you go to different islands to get there, and we stop. There's no transportation, only donkeys.
Mhm.
And when you get to Scopolis, if you've watched the Mamma Mia movie, you will see at the end why Sophie and her boyfriend wanted to see the world, and it showed them in a boat, because they're literally, it's like Gilligan's Island. That little island is out in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and there's nothing, and they just are fascinated with Americans because they don't see Americans until the movie, and adventurous people that I love to take that will go with me to places like that. But the Matoria Mountains, about the monks, is a place that you can't get. The only way to get to those monasteries is
Oh,
by
no, I
getting
went
in a
there.
tow sack. You have to get in a tow sack, and the one at the top will winch you all the way up. And Tony, my papa, my extended papa from Sicily, and he's my partner, he said, Stefania, we are not taking the Americana and putting them in the tow sack. He goes, no. So anyway, I said, there's got to be a way. So we found one way to get there. You can drive up as far as you can go, and then you walk over a swinging bridge, and then you walk up, up, up. Kathy was with us, and the monks live up there in the sky. And I've written about it in the Mamma Mia book, and it's fascinating. It's absolutely gorgeous. For us to go in, we had to put skirts on, and they had them
Yeah.
ready for us to wrap us. And there's the monasteries, and then there's the nunneries for the nuns. But we go, and that is my passion, is to take Americans that love to see things that you would never see before, just on a regular tour. Tony is born and raised in Catania, Sicily. His best friend has worked in the Vatican for 52 years, and he's still there. So we just have a treasure chest of getting to go to places and unlocking the key of places that normal people, would not get to go. But I'm writing the next book, and it's going to be more true stories, more Pacific stories. And I've studied for probably 30 years the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel, the connection with Michelangelo, and uh, the Medici family, Martin Luther, all of them, how it connects back to the Sistine Chapel. And I took a man from New York City, and born and raised there, and then another man that his family were from Italy. And these two men, as little boys, met in a bookstore with their moms on Saturday mornings, and they went to Italy with me. And anyway, that's going to be one of the main stories in it. But anyway, I just love adventure. I love taking fun Americans, and I can't wait for Kathy to go on the next one, because
I gotta get through school first.
oh my gosh, she brings so much adventure and fun. We just have a ball. And
We'll
Kathy,
all have to go together, everybody, because it is so much fun. And we went to the island where they do the Morena glass, and everybody usually goes during the day. Stephanie arranged for us to go by this motorboat at night. And nobody goes there at night. And we went, and I was riding with Christy and Danny. Christy's a Pulpwood Queen from Houston, and oh my gosh, it was just for us. I mean, doors are opened. We went to one place, to this villa that was where the Pope stays, and they had just this buffet Italian lunch for us, and they have their own wine and all these things. We're all sending wine back home. I cannot tell you, but take an empty suitcase and another one empty inside of it. Take one outfit, because you'll buy all your clothes, all your jewelry, all your things, and just pull the tags off, put it back in the suitcase, and go back home. And that's how I go. I just take a pair of pants, a tank top, and a kimono, and then I get my summer wardrobe there. And I love Sorrento with the limoncello and the beautiful Amalfi Coast, but I have not been to some parts. She goes to the Italian Riviera, and you go by all the famous Hollywood star homes like George Clooney and all that stuff. We've been to nightclubs where Michael Jackson went. I mean, we go crazy places. It's so much fun. You
the
got to go.
next tour coming up is going to be May the 26th. and there's only a few seats left on that one, but we will start in the regions of Umbria. Oh, and I just looked, my book, this book right here is #3 on the bestseller of Amazon, #3 under the Umbria travel guides. Umbria is a region in Italy. It's Toscana, which is Tuscany, is a region. Instead of states like America, theirs is regions. So we will be in Umbria. That's where Assisi is, St. Francis of Assisi. And
Yeah.
Kathy's well known in Assisi with the
I
book.
am. It's the
With the
weirdest thing.
book,
Yeah.
you can ask Fernando. Fernando proudly displays my book, and he loves to open it up to the page where I put Kathy and Margie. And he tells, all the locals, that he's friends with the Pulpwood Queen. And then in September, October, but anyway, on this May trip, we'll be in the Tuscany, Umbria, all the way up. And my tours are 2 weeks at a time. And then the last part of the tour will be on the French Riviera.
Yeah.
Tony lives on the Italian Riviera, but we'll be on the French Riviera. And we do a lot of really unusual things there. We stay in a monastery where Mary Magdalene's buried a lot of times. Then in September, we're going to be where Kathy loves. We're going to be southern Italy, but we'll start in Sicily. And we stay up on top of a mountain where the goddess of fertility, the castle, is still dangles on the side of the mountain. We'll be all over Sicily. We go to families' homes that prepare the feast for the last harvest of the grape. We just do unusual things. Tony grew up with Maria that owned the land and the house, and she's the one that gave them the permission to film the Godfather movies at her house. And it's still there. It's called Savoca. And the church is still there. I take them in there. And then after a week in Sicily, we leave Sicily, and Sicily was part of Italy, still is, but when the earthquake came, it separated that part of Sicily, that region, and it floated out 40 minutes from the mainland. So we have to drive our bus on a ferry, and it takes us 40 minutes to get over to the mainland, and then off we go. And you can see the Highline wire that's on the mainland stretched all the way across to the island of Sicily to give them electricity to power, still to this day. They're building a bridge right now, but the mafiosa, controls, once you get to Napoli all the way into Sicily, it's still controlled by the mafiosa. So they are debating, and it's, they have to agree to everything with the mainland on this bridge. So they stopped it because, they wouldn't give in to certain requests they wanted. Anyway, it's just a whole different lifestyle. And then we will be going to Kathy's favorite place, Sorrento, and Amalfi. We take a private boat, one of our private boats, and go to different islands. But one that I'm going to take them to this time is Isla Capri, which y'all call Isla Capri. And we go out into all the different grottos. A lot of tourists only know of one. They take American tourists to if you go on a commercial boat. We go to ones way out where you go in, and it's all beautiful green, aqua green, but you see the bright red corals growing inside the caves. And we call it our Mamma Mia because we have Mamma Mia music going. And if you go on my Facebook page and just go to albums, you'll see the video where I just got back in October, and we're all dancing on the boat to the Mamma Mia music.
You dance a lot.
We dance a lot. We like to dance.
And when we were in Greece, we not only got to see them breaking dishes and dancing on them, then we joined them and drinking. What was that drink that was licorice? Ozo?
Yeah, the Ozo.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It's kind of like, it's strong whiskey, strong. But Kathy, I remember, they chunk the plate and break them.
Break them everywhere.
And
it's just so much fun.
Different ones on our tour were going through different things, one through a divorce or whatever. And it was so funny to see those ladies pick those plates up and goes, "This is for you." And chunk it.
It's a blast.
Tony's friend, we was at Tony's friend's place, and they, prepared the meal for us. Everything is about the food to Italians.
Yeah, it really is.
If the food's not right, their whole day is ruined. And the vino, the wine has to be the best, So we have a wonderful time, and just reach out if you ever want to go to Italy with us. We have a ball. You just have to sign up early because we buy airline tickets early, and we just have a ball. And thank you, Kathy, for having me. And I have enjoyed it so much getting to hear everybody. I had y'all on at my store yesterday. I had
I
customers
saw it.
coming
I
in,
saw it.
and they're like asking me questions, and I'm trying to go, I don't want to, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to listen. And I let so many people just walk in, and I'm hidden behind my cubby hole with it on, set up, But I
Well, I
tried
was
to,
supposed to have Girlfriend Weekend live in Gladewater and booked a convention center that holds 600, but I only had 15 signed up. And when I changed it to Zoom, everybody started signing up because they can come from anywhere in the world.
yeah.
But there is nothing like a live event. So we may not have another Girlfriend Weekend, but if everybody works with me, we could have another different kind of event. So
Yeah, it would be so much fun. And Gladewater would be fun because it's
it
the
is a
antique
fun, they have a
capital.
fabulous theater. It's the antique capital. Just going to Stephanie's store is worth the trip.
We have a ball. Anywhere Kathy's around, you're going to have fun. You're going to have laughter and adventure. Life is so dull without adventure. You've got to have
Well, I can
adventure.
say the same thing about you because I'm telling you, when I met her, it's just like we clicked and we've been best friends ever since. I think my art has been in your gallery for like, I don't know, it's getting close to 10 years. So I'm thrilled to have it always on permanent display. So if you ever get to Gladewater, Texas, just say the Pulpwood Queen sent you. So
Yeah, and we have people from all over the world. Literally, there was a couple from France in the other day. They get online and they type in antique antique capital. Gladewater was given officially through the state of Texas the title, the antique capital, many years ago. I've had my store there 24 years and 24 years doing the tours. So, um,
and talk about the decorators that you've had come through.
oh yeah, I work with decorators in Los Angeles, everywhere. Even Cher's interior decorator um, would fly in and have me to buy statues and different things for her. And it's just amazing how everybody kind of connects with each other and stuff. And worked on many homes. But I love decorating. I just love to decorate. I love collecting things. And I love to write. I love if I can just get some free time to early in the mornings. I love to write. So um, thank you, Kathy, for all you do. You
I
do
love you. I love you. And
tremendously.
I'll be over once I get, kind of settled into school. But this ice storm may set back, the first day. We'll see what happens. So any questions, anybody? Any questions from any of you? You got to go. It's so much fun. And here's the thing. When you go with Stephanie, once you get your bags on the plane, you don't pay for anything other than your expenses. It's all taken care of. Every water taxi, every transportation. We're on a Mercedes bus that's fabulous. The wine, the food, everything. Just take plenty of money to shop. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, we take care of everything. And I just got Tony, all the attack this is Tony, and it's like my papa and his wife is Wales from Welch. And I just got them on the plane right before Christmas. And they come every year. I get back on the last tour in October, and then they come and stay till right before Christmas. And we had people fly in, and Ruben come from Houston. He was on my last tour. And he said, he called me and he said, can I come stay 4 days with you to be with Tony and y'all? And I said, sure. So, I mean, it's just like,
One big
Margie
family.
come. Yep. Kathy brought Margie over. Kathy come in like a little, she was like a makeshift deli with a little patisserie. She brought in every kind of cookie, dessert, cake, every kind of cheese. I said, Kathy. And she goes, Stephanie, don't do anything. I'm bringing everything. And she did. She brought everything. And Margie and her husband, Thad, drove 5 hours to
They came
visit
from
with
West
us that
Monroe,
time.
Louisiana. Yeah.
And we had so much fun. But that's what it is. Kathy connects all of us together. And even though I haven't met some of y'all, and I have many of y'all through the girlfriend weekend, but you become like a family. Like I feel like I could reach out to any of y'all, and ask you a question or just talk to you. So it was a privilege to get to be here, and it was so much fun getting to do a little bit more of the Zoom through the store yesterday.
And we'll have to take you to Jackson's Theater if you all come, because he came from
New York
New
City.
York and New York City, and he has a fabulous theater, and he puts on all kinds of great shows. So, and it's got
Yep.
a
Valentine's night, Jack Fulton. If you go, it's Jack and then FOLTYN.com. He's a professional choreographer from New York, and he started the Roxy Room project. He's got an 8-year-old girl daughter that's autistic, and he's putting in sensory rooms throughout East Texas schools right now. But there's a lot going on in Gladewater. So if y'all come to Gladewater, we'll grab Kathy and we'll go to Jackson's Theater and we have fun.
We do. Life's too short not to have fun, everybody.
It
So,
is.
okay, Stephanie, I'll see you soon. And we're going to break now for lunch. And when we come back, we're going to be having, oh my gosh, Tamara Bolton and Mark Green and the documentary Veterans Across the Heartland. And Tamara's dad, who just turned 100 years old, she's written a book about their family story. He's featured in the documentary, and I'm hoping everybody gets here in time. So come back, have some lunch. We'll see you at 1 o'clock. And thank you all for sticking through with us on Sunday. I know everybody has busy lives. I so appreciate all of you, and I hope you're enjoying the day. So we'll see you soon, okay? Bye bye.